dark so far. Oh, I'll wish upon a star. Wondrous dancing sprite, I need a Jew.
Yeah, so this little ditty Peter sings kind of got the show in trouble with like a lot of the censors. Despite how insensitive Peter's ballad here is, it's a Disney song, so of course it's gotta have a fairy tale ending.
Hi, my name's Max Weinstein. My car just broke down. May I use your phone?
Now my troubles are all through. I have a Jew.
Hey!
After Peter scares off the accountant by just being kind of weird, he catches up to him and...
What do you want?
Financial advice?
Financial advice? How the hell did you know I'm an accountant?
Hello, Max Weinstein?
Yep, hope you like stereotypes. Stereotypes aside, though, Max manages to get Peter's volcano insurance money back in pretty swift fashion.
Peter, play with this. Look, sir, I have reviewed this contract, and it offers no coverage at all. And down here in small print, it says, he's signing it, I can't believe it.
What's the point of even drafting a contract like that? Anyway, the family invites Max to dinner to thank him for his help, and he fills them in about Jewish culture. After some riveting table talk, of course.
Yeah, it's like the time he soiled himself at that dinner party.
I was so sorry to hear that your father passed away.
Oh!
Max takes the family to a temple to try and fix Peter's prejudices, and Peter learns just how many folks are actually Jewish.
Optimus Prime? He's Jewish?
I didn't know Autobots could even believe in a religion. After the service, Peter tries to get Max to help Chris with his homework, but Max just has to go.
I don't know, Max. The kid's not exactly an honor roll student. Watch. Hey, he did it. See?
You sure you couldn't help Chris out, Max? He really needs it. I don't know why I'm bashing Chris, though. So do I. With Max out of the picture, Peter decides to try and convert Chris to Judaism himself to try and make him smarter. Oh, don't worry. Peter's prejudices are still intact.
Can we skip that part? I mean, come on. If Chris knew how to study, he wouldn't need to become Jewish in the first place, right? Right?
Man, I feel bad for Max. All that work for nothing. When Chris is denied admittance into the synagogue in Quahog, Peter takes Chris to Vegas to get him a bar mitzvah as quickly as possible. But when Lois finds out that the two are on the road, she dashes off and asks Quagmire if she can borrow his car.
No problem. Let me grab my keys. Here they are.
Yeah, he's quagmiring again. Lois shows up just in time to prevent Chris from getting a bar mitzvah for the wrong reasons, and after an angry mob charges at the family for disrespecting Judaism, Lois is forced to defend her family. Yep, fighting off a crowd that's angry at you for disrespecting their religion by weaponizing their holy symbol and further disrespecting their religion. Yeesh, yeah, if you couldn't tell, this episode was banned pretty quickly after airing. But if you want an episode that never even hit TV, Partial Terms of Endearment is the one for you. Here's a little taste of what's to offer in this one.
Lois, I bet I can drink more bleach than you.
Hopefully you didn't get an actual taste, because, you know, bleach. Lois takes Peter to her college reunion and meets up with one of her exes, who Peter's shocked to find out is a girl.
Well, let's just say Naomi and I experimented quite a bit in college.
No way. My wife messed around with another chick. Thank you, God.
But yeah, Lois's ex, Naomi, has an offer for her and Peter that she wants to propose at the Griffin household, and so Peter makes the ever so respectful assumption that she wants a three-way. Naomi arrives with her husband, and Peter's a little over-prepared, to put it lightly.
Girls, I've just finished grading your midterms, and it's not good news. Looks like you're gonna have to do some extra credit.
I think more people would find that outfit disgusting than sexy, but I could very well be wrong, and I don't want to know if I am or not. After Peter's outburst, Naomi reveals the real offer is for Lois to be a surrogate mother for herself and her husband. The next day, Lois announces that she'd like to go through with the offer, but Peter isn't as supportive considering Lois's pregnancy habits.
Mom, I can't find my jacket.
Pay that! Take off that belt! The buckle smells like acid!
As a single guy, I can't say whether those are normal habits or not, but I sure hope not. Even still, Lois decides to be the surrogate Naomi needs, and the operation goes great.
The insertion procedure will be performed by these South American Jovitos blowgunners.
Wait a minute. I don't want them shooting things into my vagina.
Well, perhaps you could tell them. If only you spoke Jovitos.
Don't worry, those are screams of joy. Lois is officially pregnant, and Peter is officially pissed. So he makes it his mission to cause a miscarriage. In the wackiest ways possible, of course, but as we all know, being cartoonishly awful means you'll have cartoonish things happen to you right back.
Ow.
Lois is insistent on having the baby, but things take a horrific turn when Naomi and Dale get into a car crash and are pronounced dead.
Naomi and Dale Robinson were pronounced dead on arrival at Quahog Hospital.
Oh my God!
That brings a whole new meaning to taking the good with the bad. The family discusses what should be done, with even abortion coming up as one of their options.
Well, you could have an abortion.
There you go, Lois. We abort it. Send it on up to Dale and Naomi. Well, they're probably waiting for it anyway. If they left their mittens here, you wouldn't keep them. You'd send them back. Abort the thing.
Peter's as sensitive as ever. Again. Can you see why this one was banned, by the way? I mean, you can't even find this one on streaming. After heading to a parenthood center to discuss her options, Lois agrees to get an abortion. But before she does, Peter catches a glimpse of an anti-abortion video warning him that the operation could take the lives of who could be very important people.
Hello, friend. I hear you're contemplating having an abortion. But before you do, remember, science has proven that within hours of conception, a human fetus has started a college fund and has already made your first Mother's Day card out of macaroni and glitter.
Aww.
Don't even try to think about how that last one could work. Just don't. Peter nabs Lois before the operation is carried out, and the family discusses the complexities of the matter back at their house.
Because it's killing babies, Brian. If God wanted us to kill babies, he'd make them all Chinese girls.
Peter, it's not a baby, it's a fertilized egg.
It's alive, isn't it? To kill any living thing is an abortion.
Ironically, it seems like Peter's the only one who wants this baby to be born now, as despite every argument the family throws at him, he ain't budging.
What if you look at the ultrasound and see that the baby's gonna be born with no arms and no legs?
You name it, Matt.
Dang, poor Meg. Finally, Lois and Peter decide to go discuss amongst themselves about what to do about the baby. And when all is said and done, the family comes to a decision.
But you know what? It's one more person to share the world with. Another little voice in the back seat of the car. One more Griffin to love and to love us in return.
We had the abortion.
Wow. He just looked right at the camera and said it as bluntly as possible. Wow. And Peter's life doesn't get any easier in Turban Cowboy either, as Peter, Joe, and Quagmire decide to take up skydiving and get the thrill of their lives while doing it. Peter hasn't felt this good since, well,
Since I won that marathon.
I'm Bob Costas, here with Boston Marathon winner Peter Griffin. How did you do it?
I'll tell you, Bob, I just got in my car and drove it. And when there was a guy in my way, I killed him.
as if that joke wasn't grim enough, this episode aired a month before the Boston Marathon bombings. Yeah, that's a pretty awful coincidence. And believe it or not, that's just one of the reasons this episode was banned from TV. Luckily, things cheer up a bit shortly after this cutaway.
Pull back my chair ever so slightly. Daddy's home.
He may have missed the chair, but he just barely made it back into the audience's good graces. And if you think Peter's skydiving enjoyment ends there, you'd be dead wrong.
Libra, a strange man will drop into your life.
Pisces, be careful at work today.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said dead. Eventually, even Peter realizes he's gone a bit too overboard with his new hobby, but thankfully manages to stop before he gets seriously hurt.
Oh! Ground! Ah! Damn it!
Okay, now I'm dead wrong. Or maybe Peter's dead. You know what? I'm done with that. Peter gets checked out of the hospital and meets Mahmoud, a Muslim guy who he quickly hits things off with, eventually even inviting him to the clan. The rest of the boys have a hard time adapting to Mahmoud's quirks, though, and so himself and Peter head to a hookah lounge where Peter learns even more about his new friend.
I need you to run an errand for my friend Peter.
Anything for you, husband.
That was amazing. She just listened to everything you said. Wait, that's awesome. So wait, let me get this straight. Sweet hat, obedient wife, and I get to shout Admiral Akbar when I do stuff. You, sir, have got yourself a Muslim.
Yep, once more, Peter's converting religions all for the wrong reasons. Did the writers not learn their lesson from Wish Upon a Weinstein? Oh, and if the stereotypes so far have been too tame for you, no worries, they only get worse.
Peter, this is my friend Omar. He can teach you many things about our faith, including how to ululate.
It's this.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
No, Peter, it's okay. Just sing the beginning of La Bamba, but don't say the La Bamba part.
La 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 la
Yes, good job. You're doing it.
Bamba.
Ooh, so close.
Yep, only get worse.
Are you kidding? It's awesome. I even started wearing leather sandals with way too long toenails. See how the big ones